Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Angelic Astrologer and Spiritual Consultant on angelmessenger.net. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the huge astrological and numerological energies for this month of October 2013, because it's going to be a very powerful and very important month with a lot of shifts and movements happening on a universal level. So to start out, we'll look at the numerological perspective of October, which within this universal year that we're in, this makes the month of October a karmic number 16 personal month. And, you know, in numerology, there are a few numbers that are considered karmic, which means they're very important energies. They're karmic energies. They are soul evolving energies. They are lesson learning energies, and it's a very important time period when these numbers show up. So with this karmic number 16 energy that we're dealing with in October, we're looking at huge and big transformation and change. A lot of this change is going to be on an environmental level. It's going to be with circumstances and situations that you're dealing with in your life, which then in turn will cause a lot of internal transformation and growth and change within you as a soul. So, you know, this is a time period where, because of the intense transformative energies happening, you're going to do a lot of soul searching. You're going to be kind of reflecting on a soul level to kind of reconnect with your higher soul self and realize actually the depth and the reality of who you really are, which is a powerful spiritual being, a powerful soul within a human vessel. Now this human vessel, you know, and we're living on this third dimensional reality, although we're moving into fourth and fifth dimensions, we're moving into higher dimensions. But right now we're in this transition phase where, you know, a lot of times we look at ourselves as this human body that can only accomplish so much. But in reality, we are co-creators with the divine. In reality, we are a part of that God force or that God source energy that, you know, is the creator of all things, you know, all of humanity, all of nature, all of what we experience goes back to source energy. And we, as individuals, as individual souls, are sparks of light from that God source energy. And we have to realize that we're co-creators with that God source energy. So back to the idea that this month is a karmic 16th month, which actually reduces to a 7 numerologically. But, you know, this is about us kind of withdrawing our energies to, again, do this reflection within ourselves, this spiritual recognizing of who we really are, kind of tapping into and touching that deep soul essence within us. As all these changes are going on around us, these big, huge changes in our environment that are recreating our lives, again, it will then cause this tremendous growth and expansion, transmutation on a soul level within our very beings, which is something that needs to happen. Now, moving to the astrological part of October, we have been dealing with, for a while now, what astrologers call the Pluto-Uranus square. And the planet Pluto is about big transformation and change, death and rebirth, regeneration, transmutation. You know, it's one of the planets that is allowing for a lot of the breakdown of what you see going on in the world, the breakdown of the patriarchal society, the breakdown of certain governments and institutions. You know, and this breakdown needs to happen so that we can move into a new paradigm of energy, which is more in alignment with who we are as souls, who we are as a part of that God force energy, which is about unconditional love, compassion, peace, respect, both self-respect and respect of others, and supporting one another in our journey through life. So Pluto is bringing, you know, again, this death and rebirth energy into our lives, and with it being square Uranus, Uranus being a planet that's about freedom, breaking free, being the revolutionary. It's about higher dimensional energies coming into our existence. It's about recreating a new, higher vibrating reality than we are used to living. And again, this Pluto-Uranus square has gone on for some months now, over a year, and they come together in this challenging aspect 7 times, and towards the end of this month of October will be the 4th square of 7 that Pluto and Uranus are having with one another. So you're going to see a heightening of this energy of massive change on a global level occurring this month. Now, to back up, we don't want to skip out through the rest of the month because there's a lot of powerful energies, as I said, going on. If we look at the beginning of October, we start out the month by experiencing what's called a T-square, and that T-square involves Pluto and Uranus, which is why I wanted to speak of that first. But it also involves the sun, so there's 3 planets here. We have Pluto, Uranus, and the sun in a T-square, and the sun right now is in the sign of Libra. And the sign of Libra is about balance and harmony, and it's about relationships, all kinds of relationships, romantic, business, career-oriented, family-oriented, friendship-oriented relationships. So from October 1st through 3rd, we're dealing with high transformation energies regarding ourselves, because the sun in astrology is who we are, but the change is with us and being reflected from all the relationships that we experience in our lives. And we as human beings, we grow and we evolve through the experiences that we have with other people. So this is going to be a really busy and important first 3 days of this month of October, with a lot of redirections in relationships, all kinds of relationships, a lot of change within ourselves, a lot of growth and higher dimensional energies that are coming into our being and into the situations and circumstances that we are in our lives and that we're trying to create in our lives. A lot of us are on, moving into a new path, moving into a new direction from the last couple of months here with some of the big changes that have gone on over the last couple of months. So this energy is just going to heighten that next step that we're taking on our path. Now, at the same time, we have the Pluto, Uranus, and the sun in a T-square. We also have Saturn, which is the planet of karma, and it's also the planet of bringing structure and form and manifestation of things into our lives. And it's in a quincunx aspect to Uranus, again, that planet of freedom, change, revolution. We have also at the same time Saturn trining Chiron, and Chiron is the wounded healer in astrology. It's where our wounds are, our karmic wounds from times past, from past lifetimes. It's also about our healing gifts and bringing healing into our lives. And also the sun in Libra is in a quincunx aspect energy to Chiron as well. So, there's a lot of things going on here where old wounds are being brought up, again, from this lifetime and previous lifetimes, so that they can be released, transmuted, and let go, so that they can be healed. We're having a lot of higher dimensional energies funneling in to our beingness, into our souls, and so you might find that on a physical level, an emotional level, a mental level, that you're going through all kinds of shifts and changes, and you might be having crazy dreams and crazy situations and circumstances and relationships and just within yourselves. And that's what this Saturn quincunx Uranus and Sun quincunx Chiron and Saturn trining Chiron is attempting to do, is to kind of cleanse and purge and release and let go of all these old, heavier vibrational energies that we don't need to hang on to. It's time for the new, higher dimensional energies to kind of come in and raise up our beingness, raise up our vibration, put us into a place of knowing that we are spiritually powerful, that we are sorry about that, there was a little glitch with the computer, but that we are powerful spiritual beings, that we are part of the divine, that we are part of Source God, we are part of Co-Creator, and we are here to realize that. You know, we are here to realize that we're not just this third-dimensional human being in this body where we have restrictions and limitations and we feel we can only do so much. We're coming into a place as all of this energy is shifting and moving us and evolving us into realizing that we are spiritually powerful and co-creating our lives, co-creating the circumstances that we have in our lives, that again we are all one, we are all part of each other, we're all part of a collective energy that is here to transform the planet into fourth and fifth dimension, that we're here to release some of the patriarchal structures that we have in our society and move into a new way of being on this earth. So I don't want to get sidetracked. We want to look at now, we have on October 4th a new moon in Libra. And normally we think of full moons as being more powerful than a new moon because the moon, as it grows and expands and gets full, becomes more powerful. However, this new moon in Libra on October 4th is going to be very powerful because it's going to now connect with that Pluto-Uranus Sun in a T-square energy that I talked about for the beginning of the month. So it's going to really redirect certain energies in our lives. It's going to redirect relationships in our lives. It's going to redirect our destiny paths and where we're going and what it is that we desire to do. So really pay attention to the first few days of October and how those shifts really move you. Not just on a physical level, although there will be changes on a physical level in your environment, but it's going to move you on an internal, energetic, and soul level as well. Again, changes physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually that will be going on within you as these energies occur. Now, on October 7th, we have Venus moving from Scorpio into Sagittarius. It's going to become a little bit lighter of an energy. Venus in Scorpio was very passionate and very deep, and of course Venus deals with relationships, and it deals with romance, it deals with love, and it deals with money and finances as well. So it was a really serious energy while it was in Scorpio. As we move into Sagittarius, there's going to be more of a freedom element that comes into play. It's going to be more lighthearted. It's going to be more fun. And as far as money and finances are concerned, I believe you're going to see things flowing in much quicker, especially if you keep your energy and thoughts at a positive level, because Sagittarius is this kind of fire, kind of happy-go-lucky and very good fortune-oriented kind of sign. So I think we'll see a lot more abundance coming in during this time as it moves into Sagittarius. Now, we also have Mars moving into Virgo on October 15th. While it was in Leo, it was very fun and progressive and leadership-oriented and expansive, and now moving into Virgo, it's going to start to buckle down, it's going to start to look at details, it's going to start to decide what it needs to do as far as the next step on the destiny path. On October 18th, we have a full moon lunar eclipse at 25 degrees Aries. This full moon lunar eclipse is, again, very powerful because it's an eclipse energy. Whenever we have a lunar or solar eclipse, it heightens the energy of that full or new moon. So look to that time period as being very powerful as well. Put your intentions out there. On October 21st, we have Mercury going retrograde in Scorpio. It'll be a time to review, reanalyze, reorganize, and, you know, pay special attention to communications at this time. And of course, this all leads up again towards the second half of October with that Pluto-Uranus square. It's going to get closer and tighter in aspect. It's going to become more powerful. So that's your month of October. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Thank you so much for your support. Check out my services on www.angelmessenger.net, and I will see you next time. Thank you.